Have you ever wondered why China banned time travel dramas? What exactly happened? Before diving into the reasons behind the ban, let's clarify what time travel dramas are and why they became such a sensation in China. Time travel dramas, also known as Chuān Yuè Jù, Chuanyueju in Chinese, are a genre where the main character, often an ordinary person from modern times, think of an office worker, an unemployed guy, or just some average person, suddenly finds themselves transported to the past. Usually this is ancient China, like the Qing, Ming, or Song dynasties. There they have to adapt to a foreign way of life, navigate court intrigues, and often they fall in love with a prince, a duke, or even the emperor himself. For example, in the 2011 hit Scarlet Heart, Bu Bu Lengxin, Bu Bu Jingxin, the protagonist travels back to the Qing dynasty and becomes Ruoxi, becoming entangled in a love triangle with the fourth prince and other royal figures. Or take Palace, Gongsuo Xinyu, where the main character ends up in the Qing dynasty and faces palace conspiracies. These dramas not only had captivating plots, but also mesmerized audiences with their beautiful and elaborate costumes, grand settings, and romantic yet tragic love stories. About a decade ago, around 2010-2011, time travel dramas became a massive phenomenon in China. These shows were not only popular domestically, but also spread throughout Asia, including Vietnam. Even South Korea jumped on the bandwagon with its own time travel stories. So, what made these time travel dramas so appealing? First, they tapped into the audience's imagination. Who hasn't dreamed of going back to the past, living in a magnificent palace, and having the chance to change history? Be honest, wouldn't you want to be king or queen? Second, time travel dramas often combine modern and ancient elements, creating something entirely new. The main characters bring a modern mindset and speak like ordinary people, making the audience feel connected to them. And finally, the love stories set against the backdrop of the imperial court, where love is intertwined with power and intrigue, often captivate viewers, especially female audiences. However, this very explosion in popularity inadvertently caused problems for the genre itself. 2011 was the peak of time travel dramas, but it was also the year that the State Administration of Radio, Film, and Television, SARFT in China, began to take notice of this genre. A year later, a soft ban was issued, requiring restrictions on the broadcasting of time travel dramas on national television. Some shows were only allowed to be aired on online platforms, but with smaller budgets and stricter censorship. By 2018, the ban was expanded, and time travel dramas almost completely disappeared from screens in China. There are three main reasons why time travel dramas were essentially erased. The first and most important reason is that they were accused of distorting history. In these dramas, historical figures such as Emperor Kangxi, Emperor Yongzheng, or Qin Shi Huang were often fictionalized. SARFT believed that this fictionalization distorted the public's, especially young people's, perception and understanding of history. They feared that viewers would believe the fictional stories in the dramas were true, thereby diminishing the value of historical figures and causing misunderstandings about traditional culture. An example is the 2018 drama, The Legend of Ba Qing Chuān. This drama was banned for allegedly tarnishing the image of Qin Shi Huang. It portrayed him as a lecherous and incompetent ruler, while history recognizes him as the one who unified China. Moreover, China has always sought to use culture and media to strengthen national spirit and pride in history. Just watch Chinese movies, and you'll understand. Time travel dramas, with their fictional stories and sometimes whitewashing or blackening of historical figures, were seen as running counter to China's goals. The second reason is related to cultural and social values. Time travel dramas often depict the extravagant lives of the imperial court, with characters living in luxury, fighting for power or love. And these characters were just ordinary people in modern times before that. This was seen by the Chinese authorities as promoting a hedonistic and extravagant lifestyle, which is incompatible with traditional values such as diligence, thrift, and collectivism. The message was, just stay in modern times and work hard. For example, in the drama Palace, viewers see the main character Qin Shi Huang living in a magnificent palace, wearing expensive costumes, and participating in palace intrigues. These images were seen as making young people dream of a royal life and distancing them from modern values such as working hard and contributing to society. The press criticized time travel dramas for causing young people to worship the royal lifestyle and forget modern values. And finally, here's a surprising, unbelievable, and somewhat ridiculous reason. In 2011, after Scarlet Heart and Palace became hits, some reports claim that some young viewers, especially girls, were trying to recreate time travel scenes. They were doing dangerous things, even deliberately jumping off cliffs, hoping to return to ancient times, like in the dramas. It sounds crazy, but these behaviors actually caused concerns about public safety and social order. SARFT believed that time travel dramas stimulated excessive imagination, causing some viewers to lose control and act recklessly. Although there are no specific numbers, these reports became the straw that broke the camel's back, prompting China to tighten censorship on time travel dramas. The ban on time travel dramas didn't just stop there. It expanded to other genres such as palace dramas, xiangxia dramas, fantasy dramas, BL, boys' love, dramas, and even youth campus dramas, and it had a significant impact on Chinese cinema. Time travel dramas and palace dramas were specialties of Chinese language cinema. Such dramas not only attracted domestic audiences, but were also exported abroad, bringing in huge revenues. And when this ban was implemented, film producers were devastated to lose a gold mine. China has invested billions of dollars in magnificent film studios such as Hengdian World Studios and Dunhuang Film and Television City to shoot period dramas, including time travel dramas. These film studios not only serve as filming locations, but are also tourist attractions, drawing millions of visitors each year. Restricting period dramas, including time travel dramas, caused these film studios to lose a significant source of revenue. From a certain perspective, the ban also reduced the creativity of filmmakers. Instead of being free to explore new ideas, they had to comply with very strict censorship regulations. Many time travel dramas that were popular later were still removed from online platforms due to content censorship. Many people have tried to circumvent the rules by changing the setting. For example, taking characters from the past and sending them to the future, or adding scientific elements to explain time travel. But such changes often diminish the original appeal of the genre. Audiences, especially fans of Chinese language dramas, are the ones who suffer. Many people have expressed regret on social media platforms such as Weibo, arguing that such bans limit China's entertainment options. However, it's worth noting that the ban didn't completely wipe out time travel dramas. As of 2021, some dramas were still being produced, but mainly broadcast online with lower budgets. This shows that the ban isn't permanent, but it still creates a significant barrier for the genre. From the perspective of the Chinese government, their ban is entirely justified. Protecting history and culture is important. China has a long and complex history, and they want to ensure that younger generations understand the past correctly, rather than being influenced by fictional stories. And it's also a way to maintain social order. The dangerous actions of viewers, although rare, are a warning about the influence of film and television. Finally, the government wants to promote positive values such as work ethic, unity, and patriotism, rather than love affairs or palace intrigues. However, this ban has also caused no shortage of controversy. Ultimately, the ban may backfire. Although banned on television, time travel dramas still appear on online platforms in one way or another, and viewers still find ways to watch them through unofficial channels, in other words, pirated versions. This shows that the audience's demand cannot be completely suppressed. And you, if you could travel back in time and become a character in Vietnam or China during any historical period, who would you choose to be? Leave your comments below. Thank you for watching this story. See you in the next video.